Oh, we've come to expect the Blue Jays, as Joe mentioned, to struggle versus left-handed starters. Tucker Davidson is one, and he also won a World Series with Atlanta last year. Joe, we've also come to expect excellence from Ross Stripling. Tuesday in Boston, 6 innings of work, gave up just an earned run, so he might be the right guy to take the mound today.
Stripling's strength is being able to attack hitters in many different ways. He can attack their weaknesses because he's comfortable with all 4 of his pitches, and we see him do it different ways in different games. A couple of starts ago against the Orioles, we saw him use the changeup a little bit more, but his last start against the Red Sox, more of the fastball slider combination. So he can do a lot of different things, but what we also saw him do against the Red Sox is steal a lot of first pitch strikes with his fastball. He commands the zone very well. When you have hitters thinking about 4 pitches and how he might attack you, that fastball can play. And I say sneak because you can sneak ahead 0-1 in the count. When a pitcher gets ahead 0-1 in the count, you like your chances in that at-bat. And you just see a lot of hitters that are sitting there and kind of thinking about the slider, thinking about the changeup more, that he's used a lot more this season. But those are all very effective pitches. He faced the Angels twice earlier this season. Remember, he got his first save of the season back in May. Came back the next day and pitched out of the bullpen. But a lot of off-speed pitches against the Angels in those 2 games out of the bullpen. This is before he was starting very much. It'll be interesting to see how they attack him, or how he attacks Angels hitters today. Are they looking more off speed, or are they looking for the fastball? He will attack each individual hitter's weakness.
Well, keep in mind as we look at the Angels lineup presented by Bet365 that Mike Trout hit a 2-run home run on Friday in a game already in hand, and he hit it off of Yusei Kikuchi. But beyond that, hasn't really done anything else in this series. I know he drew a walk yesterday, so that's frightening because you know he's good for a 3-for-4 at some point.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
Sometime.
Let's send it over to the guys from SN Bets.
Thank you, Jamie. Anthony Bruno with Jesse Rubinov at the SN Bets Big Board presented by Bet365. When you face the Angels in the middle of a playoff race, Jesse, you're supposed to beat them.
That's right.
Not go 18 innings without scoring a run. The Blue Jays got to wake up and avoid the sweep today.
The Angels, 19 games under 500, but you wouldn't know it based on the way that they've silenced the Blue Jays bats through 2 games. Yet, despite what's gone down so far in the series, the Blue Jays remain significant favorites to win today at -250 AB.
The Orioles are looking to sweep the Astros today, sending Austin Voth to the mound against Justin Verlander. And I'm looking at the Nerfy. No runs in the first inning. Since getting claimed off waivers by Baltimore in June, Voth has a 2.85 ERA and has given up a first inning run just once in 11 starts, while Verlander has been amazing this season, currently the overwhelming favorite to win the AL Cy Young.
Verlander's been ridiculous. He's 39 years of age, and we go to a 38-year-old in Max Scherzer. Mad Max goes for his 200th career victory today against the Rockies. Scherzer's been a tad off as of late, 8 runs allowed in his last 2 starts. But today he gets a Rockies squad that's dropped 10 of its last 13. It's about time Scherzer rights the ship.
It's hard to get excited about Cincinnati playing Washington, but I'm sure the Reds are fired up to face Nationals lefty Patrick Corbin. He's been rocked for a 6.81 ERA this season and has given up the most home runs and lost the most games in all of baseball over the last 2 years. Washington has also scored the second fewest runs in the majors since the All-Star break.
Yeah, the Blue Jays, on the other hand, usually pile on the runs,
Yes.
AB. Not so far in this series. We'll see if they can turn it around today. Jamie, back to you.
Gentlemen, today at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific on Sportsnet 1. What a finish in Oakland last night as the A's rallied and walked off the Yankees in the 10th inning. They'll play later today. Sportsnet 1 will join it in progress as the game ends here in Toronto. Up next, how the Blue Jays have helped assuage the grief of some boys from Nova Scotia. Jays would prefer not to get swept by the Angels. Ross Stripling will do his best to ensure that doesn't happen. The atrocity that took place in Nova Scotia 2 years ago shook this country and left a sea of anguish among families there. This includes 4 brothers left without parents when Greg and Jamie Blair were killed. Before he died, Greg hatched the idea of bringing his family to Toronto to see the Blue Jays, given the boys' collective love of baseball. Last month, the journey was made. The Blairs fulfilled their father's wish. Here's their story. Hey, fellas.
How you guys doing, man?
This is Bo Bichette.
Doing all right?
This is Jack.
Nice to meet you, man.
That's Alexander. First time at a Jays game.
You guys enjoying it so far? Yeah?
I love getting to experience new things with them and showing them there's a lot more to life than, you know, everything they went through.
We're actually out there. Let's go, Bichette!
I don't know, it's definitely gonna mean a lot to me. Something I'll remember for the rest of my life.
It must be a haunting equation when suffering through tragedy, trying to find moments of enjoyment, moments of respite without the people you love. The Blair family lived in a remote area in Portapique, Nova Scotia, a small town on the Bay of Fundy. It is here the deadliest killing spree in Canadian history began on April 18th, 2020.
A man suspected of opening fire in a rural Nova Scotia community, leaving multiple victims behind him. Investigators say the 911 calls led them to a residence in Portapique.
Jamie and Greg Blair were home, enjoying the evening with their two youngest sons, Alex and Jack, when someone posing as RCMP approached the front porch. It was a familiar face, but it certainly wasn't an officer.
From what I'm told from the kids is when he pulled in, they heard Dad yell, "What the F are you doing with a gun?" But he just shot him point blank. And at that time, that's when Jamie turned around and ran into the house to get the kids to hide. And they ran down to my father's bedroom. She closed the door, stood against it. They hid behind the bed, and he just shot her through the door.
Jamie Blair, her husband Greg, both killed in the weekend violence. And their children, now, without both of their parents.
Alex, he's an extremely smart kid. He had his younger brother with him, and I feel it was just on his mind to keep him safe. 7-8 inches from where they're hiding, there was bullets flying through. And they stayed there until they knew he was out of the house. Alex, hid Jack in the closet, ran out, he seen smoke. There's burning logs thrown on the floor of the shooter trying to burn the house down. So he immediately got Jack, and they ran at the house and they ran through the woods to the neighbors.
Alex, Jack, and two friends whose mother had also been killed hid for more than 2 hours, calling 911 with information about the man at the door.
I guess I kind of beat myself up that I wasn't there that night. Not that I could have changed much, but it's always run that question through my head, like maybe if I was there, something would have went different.
In an instant, life had changed for the 4 Blair boys.
I can feel a lot of voids in their life, I guess, but I can't really feel that father-mother relationship they would have, and basically all I can go off of is advice I get from other people. But yeah, 90% of it is just winging it.
Greg Blair loved watching sports with his sons. He grew up cheering for 2 teams, the Montreal Canadiens and the Toronto Blue Jays. That passion was shared with Tyler, Craig, Alex, and Jack.
Tell me who your favorite hockey team is and why.
Montreal Canadiens is because it's been passed on through my family for a long time.
Every time there's a Habs game on, we would all go in the living room and watch it, so no matter what time of night it was.
Jack, who's your favorite baseball team and why?
Blue Jays, because I guess I was technically forced into it by my dad again, so.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree, so we're pretty much forced into it.
Can't really say my father's a person that had a bucket list, but he had a lot of things we wanted to do. It was just, we were talking about it, like, even a few months before everything happened, that it was just our goal to all get down to a Jays game and take that experience in.
2 weeks after the massacre, I spoke with Tyler. He mentioned this dream.
He's just like, hey, Tyler's Jamie Campbell, Sportsnet, and the Blue Jays, and just asked, like, we're big Jays fans, and asked if we'd like to go down to a game, and obviously I said yes.
I've never been to Toronto before, so I'm excited to go and watch the Jays game, go on the field, all that stuff.
It's gonna be pretty fun.
Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff.
Alex is the ball player in the family. He's reserved, but quietly confident. Jack, the youngest, is a ball of energy. The two of them, Tyler and Tyler's fiancée, Jade, are bound for Toronto.
I always look forward to experiencing these things with them. Can't wait to see how excited they are to walk into the Rogers Center. I think it's gonna blow their minds.
Oh, here he comes.
So this is Jack Blair?
Jack?
Hi.
Danny.
Hi, Danny. Nice to meet you.
Alexander? Danny. Who's your guys' favorite player?
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett?
Yeah.
That's easy, huh?
I gotta get a picture.
I think they're a little shocked right now.
Are you like amazed right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
You remember this for the rest of your life?
I'm trying to smile for once.
He never smiles with
Of course, the one time I actually want to smile, I have a mask on.
And another nice night. The roof open as Manoah making his 18th start of the season. Driven to center field, high and deep. She's gone! What a rocket to center off the bat of Teoscar Hernandez.
You're gonna go up.
Where? What is it?
You don't know, Alex. We don't know. Jamie.
Come here, buddy.
What's going on?
I heard you guys are Montreal Canadiens fans.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay. This is Jake Evans.
Go on, man. Nice to meet you.
And Mike Rosetta from the Canadiens.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Nice to meet you, dude.
This is Alexander, and this is Jack.
Your first game?
Yeah.
You guys got some more swag than we do.
We know you guys are big Habs fans too, so thought we'd give you guys
Some goodies in there, so you look sharp when you come to your next Habs game too.
Yeah, we'll have to get you out to the Bell Center too. I know it's probably not us two, but who's your guys' favorite player?
You're my third.
Really?
Top three.
Top three.
Fourth.
I didn't even crack that. Top 5?
19?
He's top 5.
Oh yeah. 5. I'll take 5. I'll take the 5 spot.
By the way, nice to meet you guys, man. Have fun. Enjoy it.
Cool to meet you guys.
Very nice to meet you guys. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Bye, guys. That was awesome.
How do you measure a moment of escape? How do you process a weekend full of smiles? Given all they've lost, only the Blairs know. But a little laughter, an autograph, some cheers. Experiencing the trip your father had long planned, a dream he once held. Maybe that soothes some of the anguish.
Oh, it was awesome getting to watch them meet some of their idols.
All my friends are Blue Jays fans, and most of my friends are Montreal fans, so I can completely brag about it.
This was like way above my expectations of what we were gonna do here.
More than anything, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, especially for them. It's just awesome.
Due to family commitments, Craig Blair, the second oldest, couldn't join his brothers in Toronto. There are many people that deserve thanks for making this happen. From the Blue Jays, John Griffin, Matthew Dexter, Shannon Curley, and Jack Lawrence. From Sportsnet, Lorraine Bradshaw, Craig Scott, and Anthony Attard. We're indebted to WestJet for providing flights and to Hotel X for housing the family. And finally, the documentation of this trip was produced by Paul Sidhu. It has been over 2 years, but there are people in Nova Scotia still suffering. And to all of you who are, know there are always hugs available here. Hope you enjoy the ball game today, folks. It's a beautiful day for one. As Ross Stripling takes on the Los Angeles Angels, the Blue Jays are hoping not to get swept. They'd like to score a run, too. Wouldn't that be fun? Stand by for first pitch. And thanks for watching Blue Jays Central.